I didn't write this down in ink or fold it neat and tight. It started as a softer thought one early morning light. No grand confession on the page, no promise carved in stone, just words I never let myself admit when I'm alone. No perfect line, no clever art, just from the heart. My own spring letter to who I am, not who I tried to be before, or who they understand. It doesn't shout, it doesn't plead, it simply says you're allowed to breathe. I've carried quiet winters long without a place to rest, smiling through the colder winds with questions in my chest. But somewhere in the fragile thaw, a gentler voice appears. It doesn't judge the path I took or measure lost out years. No blame to keep, no debt to weather, just light as feathers. My own spring letter, soft and true, not a map for where to go, just something I once knew. It turns the soil where doubt would grow and lets a smaller courage show. If frost should come again, if I forget by then, I'll read these lines inside and stay beside. My own spring letter, clear and slow, not the bloom the world can see, but the will to grow. It doesn't rush, it doesn't sever, it stays with me. My own spring letter, unsent. Unsent, buried. There's a pulse beneath the noise I almost missed before. Not a sound I hear out loud, but something at the core. It doesn't push, it doesn't pull, it doesn't try to lead. Just steady as a second hand, moving without speed. In and out, slow and wide, something shifting deep inside. Soft rhythm inside, low and true. Not a beat the world can hear, but it moves me through. It doesn't race, it doesn't hide. Soft rhythm inside. I used to chase a louder song that never felt like mine, trying hard to match a pace I couldn't redefine. Now I let the quiet play without a need to prove. There's comfort in the smallest way, and how the silence moves. Heartbeats fall, then align, not too fast, just in time. Soft breathing inside, warm and clear. Not a chorus breaking out but steady here. It finds its place, it settles wide. Soft rhythm inside. If the noise returns again, if I lose the tone back then, I will close my eyes and find that gentle line. Soft rhythm inside, calm and slow. Not a fire in the dark, but a hidden glow. It keeps me close, it keeps me kind. Soft rhythm inside. No spotlight, just time. Before the light is fully formed, before the sky turns blue, there's a trembling in the air, a note I almost knew. It doesn't start with thunder or rising sudden waves, just a fragile thread of sound. The quiet gently saves, low and slow. It begins underneath the silence. The melody awakens, soft but clear. Not a song for crowded rooms, but something here. It lifts the dark, it gently breaks in. A melody awakens. I didn't know I held it hidden in my chest, waiting for a softer hour to finally be expressed. It moves without a hurry, it grows without demand, like light across a wooden floor or warmth upon my hand. Beat by beat, it aligns, finding shape between the lines. A melody awakens, warm and near. Not a blaze that fills the sky, but drawing near. It finds its way through what has shaken. A melody awakens. If noise returns again, if doubt pulls at the thread, I'll close my eyes and let it rise instead. A melody awakens, calm and bright. Not perfection all at once, but growing light. It doesn't rush, it isn't taken. It simply lives awakened. There's a quiet in the room before the first note starts. Air is holding something small between the darkened parts. I didn't know how cold I'd been until the sound began, like sunlight on a wooden floor, warmth across my hand. Low and slow it moves within, not loud but deep under my skin. Where the melody warms, that's where I stay, not in the noise of everything, but in this way it softens edges, calms the storms. I find myself where the melody warms, where the melody warms. It doesn't fix what's broken, it doesn't erase the past, it only lays a gentle glow that somehow holds and lasts. Each note a quiet lantern lit along the way, not to guide me somewhere new, but to let me stay. Beat by beat it aligns, a softer rhythm in time where the melody warms. I let it be, not a blazing harmony, but clarity. It doesn't rush, it transforms everything where the melody warms. If silence falls again, if shadows lean back in, I'll wait for that familiar tone to bring me home. Where the melody warms, soft and bright, not the end of every night, but kinder light. It doesn't shout, it gently forms a steadier heart where the melody warms. Not the sound, but the warmth. There was no clear dividing line between before and now, just conversations running long without us asking how. The room felt slightly different, though nothing had been moved, like something in the quiet air had silently improved. A closer step, a slower breath we didn't notice yet. Our soft beginning, almost unseen. Not a moment loud enough to name what it might mean. It didn't rush, it didn't sing, it simply grew. Our soft beginning. We stayed a little longer as daylight leaned away. Neither one was ready yet to find the words to say. Your laughter rested lightly somewhere near my skin, like it had always known the space it would be living in. No bold confession, no grand design, just time. Our soft beginning, warm and thin, like morning light that doesn't force but slowly settles in. We didn't fall, we didn't spin, we gently found our soft beginning. If someday we retrace the steps we can't quite see, we won't find sparks or fireworks, just you and me. Our soft beginning, still and bright, not because the world had changed, but we felt right. It didn't shout, it didn't cling, it softly stayed, our soft beginning. And even now it's quiet, it becoming something more without us knowing. Wasn't written on the sky, no banner in the air, just the way you looked at me, like something settled there. Morning drifted through the room in quiet amber lines. Nothing changed outside the door, still everything aligned. Your hand in mine, no need for words. The silence felt like it had always heard. This is the day love shines, warm and slow. Not a fire across the dark, but a steady glow. It finds the space between our lines. This is the day love shines. Your laughter lingered softly, closer than before. Ordinary moments turned into something more. Even shadows on the wall seem lighter in their shape, like doubt had lost its way and gently slipped away. We didn't run, we didn't chase, we simply let the light take place. This is the day love shines, soft and clear. Not a dream beyond our reach, but already here. It doesn't rush, it intertwines. This is the day love shines. If clouds return someday, if the sky turns gray, we'll remember how it felt when everything just stayed. This is the day love shines, calm and bright. Not because the world has changed, but we feel right. It lives in breath, it lives in time. This is the day love shines. No fireworks, no grand design, just you and me in quiet light. There's a lighter kind of air moving through the room, curtains breathing quiet waves, hints of coming bloom. Nothing loud has changed at all, the sky is still the same, but something soft has found its way when I say your name. A slower smile, a warmer hue, I think I knew. Spring feels like you, warm and near, not a sudden burst of light, but gentle here. It doesn't rush, it settles through. Spring feels like you. Branches sway without a sound under softer skies, even silence seems to glow when it meets your eyes. I don't need a field of flowers or sunlight breaking through. Every ordinary day feels new with you. No grand display, no painted view, just you. Spring feels like you, soft and bright, not a fire that fills the dark, but steady light. It finds the cracks, it carries through. Spring feels like you. Burn, I'll close my eyes and see what you are to me. Spring feels like you, calm and true, not because the world has changed, but how we do. It lives in breath, in all we do. Spring feels like you. Just you. Sunlight leans across the floor in softened amber lines. Dust is floating lazily like it has the time. Steam is rising from my cup, thin against the blue. Nothing urgent in the air, nothing left to prove. Clink of porcelain quiet coffee afternoon, warm and slow. Not a place I have to leave, nowhere else to go. It doesn't ask, it doesn't soon, just stays with me. This quiet afternoon. Shadows stretch along the wall, long and unafraid. Conversations in the distance softly start to fade. The windows cracked a little wide, a breeze without a name. Even time feels gentler here, like it forgot its claim. Breathing in, letting be, nothing pulling hard on me. Quiet coffee afternoon, soft and clear. Not a dream that slips away, but already here. It fills the space without a tune, a steady kind of afternoon. If evening gathers soon, if the light leaves the room, I'll keep the worth inside, where moments hide. Quiet coffee afternoon, calm and bright. Not because the world stands still, but it feels right. No loud goodbye, no sudden moon, just slowly fading afternoon. Steam dissolving, light revolving. We didn't notice when it changed, the air between our hands. Nothing louder than a breath, no perfect careful plans. The days were still the same old days, the sky its usual blue. But something gentle found its place between me and you. Not a spark, not a scene, just something quietly seen. Spring written in us, soft and slow. Not a field of sudden bloom, but a steady glow. It's in the way we lean and trust. There's light written in us. We speak in smaller sentences, leave space between the lines. Silence doesn't scare us now, it settles and it shines. Cold still comes in passing winds, but it doesn't stay. There's warmth beneath the surface in ordinary days. No grand display, no rush to prove just how we move. Spring written in us, warm and clear. Not a promise shouted loud, but already here. It doesn't force, it doesn't rush, it simply grows within us. If winter brushes near, if doubt returns in fear, we won't forget the truth that's in our roots. Spring written in us, calm and bright. Not because 'cause the world has changed, but how we hold it tight, it isn't loud, it's strong enough. This brighter season written in us, not outside. Written in us. We didn't fall like summer storms, no lightning in the sky, just a quiet leaning in, the softer kind of why. Your hand found mine, we thought a rush, no promise carved above, only something steady, like a different kind of love, not burning fast, not fading out, just growing now. A brighter kind of love, warm and slow, not a fire that blinds the night, but a steady glow. It doesn't shout, it rises up, a brighter kind of love. We learned the shape of silence, how to let it stay. Not every space needs filling, not every word to stay. The dark still comes sometimes, but it doesn't win. There's a light between our breathing, underneath our skin, no perfect line, no flawless hue, just me and you. A brighter kind of love, soft and clear, not a dream we're chasing down, but already here. It holds its ground when days get rough, a brighter kind of love. If colder winds return, if doubts begin to burn, we won't need to run, we'll stay as one. A brighter kind of love, calm and bright, not the end of every fear, but kinder light. It doesn't rush, it's strong enough, a brighter kind of love. Not louder, just truer. Light slips through the quiet leaves, thin and silver white. Nothing loud upon the air, still it feels so right. I don't reach to hold the sun, I don't chase the sky. Just a low and tender tone as the hours drift by. It rises, it stays soft through the day, humming spring light, low and clear, not a blaze across the hills, but but gentle here. It warms the air, it feels so right. Humming spring light. Branches sway in patient arcs under softer blue. Even shadows seem to lean towards something new. Breath falls into quiet rhythm, slow against my chest. Like the world has found a pace where it can rest. It flows, nobody knows. I'm in spring light, warm and slow. Not a field in sudden bloom, but a steady glow. It doesn't rush, it doesn't fight. I'm in spring light. If clouds should pass again, if dusk comes closing in, I'll keep that tender tone within. I'm in spring light, soft and white. Not a season fully grown, but hope inside. It moves through me, it feels so right. I'm in spring light. Morning leans across your face, soft through open blinds. Nothing in the room has changed, still something realigns. The quiet air begins to glow where shadows used to stay. I don't know what moved the light, but it found its way. No grand surprise, no sudden wow, just how you smile. Sunlight in your smile, warm and clear. Not the sky above the day, but closer here. It doesn't burn, it doesn't blind, it softly turns my state of mind. Laughter resting on your lips like gold along the floor. Every simple word you say opens up a door. Even silence feels alive, standing by your side. The smallest curve upon your face feels open wide. No painted scene, no perfect style, just your smile. Sunlight in your smile, soft and bright. Not a blaze that fills the world, but gentle light. It moves through doubt, it stays a while. Sunlight in your smile. If clouds should cross the day, if colors fade away, I'll remember how it shone on its own. Sunlight in your smile, calm and true. Not a Summer in full bloom, but morning hue, it doesn't rush, it reconciles all I am with your smile. No season without you. I walked in circles for a while, tracing steps I knew. Same old sky above my head, same familiar blue. Nothing broke, nothing burned, still something felt misplaced, like I was waiting for a sign to meet myself halfway. Breathing in, letting go, something shifting down below. One small spark in the quiet then. This is where I start again, soft but strong, not from zero, not alone, just where I belong. Every step, every bend led me here to start again. I don't need a different name or a brand new road, just a light, a way to hold what I used to hold. The past is not a chain tonight, it's part of what I am, not a shadow pulling back, just lines within my hand. Heartbeat slow, then begin, not afraid of where I've been, standing still but moving in. This is where I start again, warm and clear, not a perfect kind of dawn, but I am here. Every doubt, every end turns into start again. If the night lays close once more, if I question what it's for, I'll remember this small flame knows my name. This is where I start again, here and now, not because the road is smooth, but I know how. Every fall, every bend brought me here to start again. Not brand new, just more true. Morning rests on quiet walls, pale and paper thin, nothing asking me to run, no rush to dive in. I don't wake with fireworks, no anthem in my chest, just a slower kind of breath, where doubt once used to rest. In and out, a steady sound. Softly I begin, not all at once, not bright and bold, just warmer than it's been. I don't erase the roads I've seen, again, no pretense. Softly I begin, calm and clear, not a sudden turning point, just being here. I let the quiet settle in. Softly I begin. If the past calls out my name, if the sky turns gray again, I won't run, I'll just breathe and let it bend. Softly I begin, slow but true, not a different version, just a kinder view. Every crack lets light come in. Softly I begin. No applause, just breath. Morning opens quietly through a softened sky. Nothing sudden in the light, just a clearer sight. Air moves gently through my chest, cool but not the same, like something small has turned without a name. In and out, slow and deep, something waking from its sleep. Spring in every breath, soft and new, not a field of flowers wide, but a subtle hue. It fills the space where winter left. Spring in every breath. Windows cracked a little more, curtains drifting free. Even silence feels alive in its simplicity. I don't need a brighter sun or skies without a cloud, just this quiet warmth, not loud. In my lungs, in my chest, light is settling where it rests. Spring in every breath, calm and clear, not a blossom breaking out, but drawing near. It moves through doubt, it gently sets. Spring in every breath. If colder winds return, if the gray begins to burn, I'll remember how it stayed unafraid. Oh, spring in every breath, warm and slow, not the end of every chill, but a steady glow. It doesn't rush, it doesn't press, it softly grows in every breath. Breathe in, begin. Breathe in, begin. I kept the window closed inside, afraid of what might start. Shadows resting quietly across across my guarded heart. I moved along familiar streets with careful, quiet steps, holding on to smaller hopes I never fully kept. But something in the air feels different now. Light from my heart, soft in the dark, not a flame that tears apart, just a steady spark. It finds a space where doubts would start. Light for my heart. The weight I wore so naturally begins to loosen slow, like winter leaving quietly without a final show. I don't need a brighter sky or fireworks above, just a gentle kind of warmth that feels enough. No loud arrival, no grand display. Light for my heart, warm and clear, not a promise without fear, but something here. It doesn't rush, it doesn't chart, it simply stays. Light for my heart. If the night leans back again, if old thoughts return like that, I'll remember how it felt when light first knelt. Light for my heart, calm and bright, not the end of every night, but kinder sight. It doesn't shout, it doesn't depart, it softly grows. Light for my heart, not all at once, just enough. I've been standing in the half-lit room where shadows know my name. Not afraid, just used to it, too quiet, steady gray. I didn't chase the sunrise, I didn't force the sky. I just kept a window cracked and let the hours pass by. And something shifts across the floor, a thin white line at the door. Here comes my light, soft but sure, not a blaze I can endure, just a glow I recognize. Here comes my light into my eyes. Doesn't ask for anything, it doesn't rush the dark. It settles where the cold had been and warms it part by part. The air feels newly possible, the weight begins to slide. Nothing loud has happened, still something opens wide. I breathe it in, I let it stay, it finds its way. Here comes my light, calm and strong, not because the night was wrong, but because I held on tight. Here but right on time. Quiet trust between our hearts, nothing forced, no perfect start. Just the feeling we both know, we don't have to walk alone. Every breath begins to blend like a road that doesn't end. A softer tomorrow together, side by side. Not a vow the world must hear, just a calm that keeps us near. Even storms grow lighter weather. A softer tomorrow together. Appears in simple ways, shared across the quiet days. What once felt too far to face feels safer in this space. Every silence gently shows love is something steady, slow. A softer tomorrow together, side by side. Not a vow the world must hear, just a calm that keeps us near. Even storms grow lighter weather. A softer tomorrow together. If the path is hard to see, if the night feels wide and deep, I will hold your hand and know we will grow. A softer tomorrow together, warm and kind. Not a promise carved in stone, just a now we call our own. Through whatever comes, whatever. A softer tomorrow together. Nothing louder than our tone. We are not alone. Alone, no living in my chest. Not a plan, just quiet rest. Something gentle pulling through, like a dream I almost knew. Every breath begins to sway toward a softer kind of day. Humming toward tomorrow, soft and slow. Not a shout across the sky, just a tone that won't deny. Even fear grows small and hollow. Humming toward tomorrow. Hope arise without a claim. Simple, steady, free of name. What once felt too far to reach feels closer with each beat. Every silence starts to sing of a calm that change can bring. Humming toward tomorrow, soft and slow. Not a shout across the sky, just a tone that won't deny. Even fear grows small and hollow. Not a promise made to prove, just a will to gently move through the hush I choose to follow, humming toward tomorrow. Nothing loud, just steady flow, humming toward tomorrow. Steady ache beneath my breath from carrying too much regret. Nothing certain, nothing clear, still I'm standing here. Every pulse begins to say, this won't always feel this way. I'll be alright, soft and slow. Not a promise loud and bright, just a step into the light. Even when I lose the fight, I'll be alright. Hope returns in quiet tones, finding space between the felt too hard to face, moves at a gentler pace. Every silence starts to mend what I thought was near its end. I'll be alright, soft and slow. Not a promise loud and bright, just a step into the light. Even when I lose the I'll be alright. If the night stays longer still, if the doubt won't bend to will, I will breathe in, let it pass. This too won't last. I'll be alright, warm and kind. Not because I have no fear, but because I'm still here. Through the dark and into light, I'll be alright. Nothing perfect, nothing tight. I'll be alright. A tired ache inside my chest from trying to do my best. Nothing broken, just worn thin from holding everything within. Every breath begins to say, you don't have to stay this way. It's okay to begin again. Soft and slow, not a leap into the sky, just a step you let yourself try. Even heavy hearts can mend. It's okay to begin again. Hope returns without a sound, settling where you are found. What once felt too far to reach, move closer with each breath. Every silence gently shows you can lose losing what you hold. It's okay to begin again. Soft and slow, not a leap into the sky, just a step you let yourself try. Even heavy hearts can mend. It's okay to begin again. If the past still calls your name, if you fear the same old pain, let it rest, let it be. You are more than what you see. It's okay to begin again. Warm and kind, not a promise you must prove, just a will to gently move through whatever comes, and then it's okay to begin again. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, you can start once more. A gentle ease begins to flow, not too fast, just slow. Something tender in my chest, like a long-awaited rest. Every breath feels clean and new, like the past is passing through. Soft water, new sun, low and bright, not a blaze across the sky, just a glow I can't deny. Even heavy days feel done. Soft water, new sun. Hope returns without a sound, steady as it settles down. What once felt too cold to keep feels lighter, not so deep. Every silence gently bends toward a warmth that slowly mends. Soft water, new sun, low and bright, not a blaze across the sky, just a glow I can't deny. Even heavy days feel done. Soft water, new sun. If the night comes back again, if the air feels sharp and thin, I will trust this quiet run. Change has just begun. Soft water, new sun. Warm and kind, not a promise carved in stone, just a calm I call my own through the hush of what's begun. Soft water, new sun. Nothing rushed, nothing undone. Soft water, new sun. A quiet lift inside my chest, like something choosing rest. Nothing's changed that I can see, still it feels different to me. Every breath begins to bloom when I'm standing close to you. Spring starts with you, soft and bright, not the sunlight settling where you're found. What once felt too far away feels close enough to stay. Every silence turns to song when your hand is in my palm. Spring starts with you, soft and bright, not the sunlight in the sky, just the warmth I can't deny. Even cold begins to move. Spring starts with you. If the days are slow to change, if the air still feels the same, I will know what's always true. All my seasons start with you. Spring starts with you, warm and kind, not a promise carved in stone, just a feeling we have grown through whatever we go through. Spring starts with you. Nothing more I need to prove. Spring starts with you. Morning resting on my hands, pale gold over quiet lands. Nothing loud, no burning flame, just a glow without a name. Through the cold and through the gray, something steady chose to stay. In the dark it kept me warm, soft against the storm. Not a fire for the sky, not a star that blinds the night, just a spark inside my heart. The light I carry, steady and warm, small but unshaken through every storm. The light I carry, close to my heart, soft as a morning. That's where I start. Footsteps moving slow and clear, even doubt feels far from here. Every breath a gentle sign that this quiet glow is mine. Windows open to the breeze, hope arrives with simple ease. In this space I finally see the light was always me. No loud promise, no display, just a strength that chose to stay. I can feel it from the start. The light I carry, steady and warm, small but unshaken through every storm. The light I carry, close to my heart, soft as the morning. That's where I start. Even when the sky turns dim, even when the edge is thin, I don't lose what's deep inside, I just let it be my guide. Little courage, breath by breath, life returning after rest. The light I carry, I carry is already here. A softer rhythm in my chest, like something finally at rest. No need to speak, no need to run, just feeling what's begun. Every breath falls into place in an unseen embrace, where the forest hums low and deep. Not a song for all to hear, just a tone that draws me near. Even restless thoughts grow numb, where the forest hums. Calm arise without a sound, settling all around. What once felt too loud to hold feels steady, quiet, bold. Every silence starts to sing of a softer kind of being, where the forest hums low and deep. Not a song for all to hear, just a tone that draws me near. Even restless thoughts grow numb, where the forest hums. If the world feels sharp and fast, if the noise is built to last, I remember what becomes peace, where the forest hums. Where the forest hums, warm and slow. Not a place I have to chase, just a calm I can embrace. Through the hush I overcome, where the forest hums. Nothing louder than the drum of a heart that hums. A quiet weight upon your mind, from trying to be strong all the time. Nothing broken in your way, you're just tired from today. Every breath you hold inside tells a story you don't hide. You're doing just fine, soft and true. Not a race you have to win, just the way you're standing in. Even on the longest nights, you're doing just fine. Hope is closer than it seems, living in your quiet dreams. What you think you lack or miss doesn't change what you already are. Every silence gently shows strength in ways nobody knows. You're doing just fine, soft and true. Not a race you have to win, just the way you're standing in. Even on the longest nights, you're doing just fine. doing just fine, warm and kind. Not a promise made to prove, just the way you choose to move through whatever life may bring. You're doing just fine. Resting on the glass, silver light begins to pass. Frozen air turns slow and thin. Something warm is stepping in. Footprints fading in the snow. Water hums beneath, below. In the quiet in between, I feel what might have been. Not a sudden change of sky, just a softer kind of light. In this pause, I almost see a season start softly right here in me. Not loud, not rushing, just quietly. A season starts softly like breath on skin. Before the world blooms, it blooms within. Branches trembling, small and brave, reaching past the colder days. Shadows thinning on the wall, let's wait for my heart to hold. Every step feels new and light, turning slowly toward the bright. In the hush of gentle air, hope is waiting there. No fireworks in the sky, just a warmer kind of white. In this shift, I start to feel the season starts softly right here in me. Not loud, not rushing, just quietly. A season starts softly like breath on skin. Before the world blooms, it blooms within. Not all at once, just day by day. The frost lets go, the light can stay. No need to hurry, what's meant to be. The warmth is finding me. A season starts softly, I can see. In every small new melody, a season starts softly, and I begin where winter ends and hope steps in. Sunlight resting on your face. Nothing moving out of place. Open window, quiet air. Simple moments everywhere. No big words we have to find. Just your hand inside of mine. Happiness just like this, soft and near. Not a dream we chase too far. It is here. Happiness just like this, stay a while in the warmth of your smile. Coffee cooling on the table. Laughter light and barely stable. What was heavy fades away in the calm of what we say. Happiness just like this, soft and near. Not a dream we chase too far. It is here. Happiness just like this, stay a while in the warmth of your smile. If the morning slips away, if the colors start to fade, I will keep this gentle tone, like a place I call my own. Happiness just like this, warm and slow. Not forever, promise loud, just to know. Happiness just like this, let it be. All we need is you and me. Just like this, soft and still. Morning leans against my window slow. Silver light begins to glow. Cold air fades without a sound. Something warm is moving now. The quiet streets are washed in gold. Winter's grip no longer holds in this gentle shift of air. I feel myself somewhere, no rush, no need to run. The day unfolds undone. In this light I softly stand, where I begin again, where the light comes in. Every breath says I can start with a softer heart, where I begin again, letting warmth within. Spring is not just in the sky, it's waking up inside. Branches tremble small and brave. Tiny greens begin to wave. Water hums along the stone, like it's calling me back home. begin again with a light within. Every step feels clear and kind, leaving frost behind. Here I begin